Hello, my name is Dominic Underhallhouse and welcome to another episode of Moonbreaker. Welcome to our very first attempt at PvP in Moonbreaker, our first attempt at list building, and what we've got is all the new toys to play with, so I wanted to put not all of them, but a few of them in a list and see how they work together. And I've not gone for any particular game plan so far, I just want to put together a few things because I haven't really played since the damage update, even before this patch very much. So I wanted to try a couple of things together, and what I've put together is a Xuna's, I've called it Fun with Pets list. It's not fully pet based, but I do enjoy the idea of Xuna in the pets. So what we've got here is Xuna as the captain. So we've got Toltecan, who comes out at the game start. It's a 3 damage melee unit. We've got Dardo, who restores health to crew every turn. So that's going to be our only healing in the list. So we don't have too much in the way of healing, too much tankiness, but we are going to rely on Dardo to do some of that work for us. And Majan is here to create obscuring. Now the reason I wanted the obscuring is because I wanted to try and find a way to sort of make the some of the more melee units work, but without going too far into it. So for instance, what I wanted to be able to do was use Torian as a sort of duplicate of Majan. So we've got 2 different ways of protecting units, and then we've got Sevria as another way of protecting it as well. And then with things like Jailbreak, it's then going to be really hard for them to move away from it if we've got multiple things protecting it. And then we can protect our other units as well. So we've got Maximus and Fixer over here for early game pressure. Depending if we get first or second, we'd like to put down 2 1-drops sometimes, so that's a nice option to do. Probably do want to have a Deadeye in this, to be completely honest, but I'm going to give that a little miss for the moment and just try out some fun things for now, because we don't have too many ranged units, and Arya we've got over here does fill some of that role. We've got Detonia here as well, so things that avoid... I'm imagining we're going to see a few more Xunas, basically. So I wanted a few things that avoid that issue. Oatly, because I think the tempo advantage of Oatly, if it works, is utterly mad, and being able to potentially heal Oatly every turn, get it up close, is amazing. Because we've also got Broken Vengeance, just a good unit, pretty reasonable, nothing to write home about, but something I really enjoy playing. And then the topping it off, Arms Dealer Yuki. So the reason I want to play Arms Dealer Yuki is because Fire Sale is just incredible value, and we can potentially just make multiple units have additional damage, and given that we don't have too much damage in this list as it is, that's a really nice way of adding to that, putting it over the top, and having a bit of a finisher that makes all of our units useful, so we can afford to play in a bit more utility play style, just because then we can get Arms Dealer Yuki in for the end game. Maybe we could even go with less damage in the units and rely on Yuki a bit later on, but we'll have to see how this goes. So this is what I'm going to try. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy watching this. Hopefully I'm going to enjoy playing it. If you enjoy the channel, please do like, subscribe, comment. Comments really do mean a lot to me. I love seeing them. It really gives me a bit of a boost. But also, if you want to support the channel as well, there's the Patreon in the description. It is the best way to support the channel that you can do. But either way, I appreciate anything you can do. So for now, I'm going to jump into a game, see if we can play our first versus player game in probably the best part of a month. So really excited for this, and I'll see you once we get into the game. Okay, we are here. We have got our game. We're against LME, so I've not seen LME for a little while. Glad to be giving it a go, and I'm sure they're going to absolutely stomp me, because I've not been playing this game as much. I don't know whether LME has, but I assume they've probably played more recently than I have. Oh, I love these bases. The terrain bases look gorgeous. These little, like, outlines here. This was such a good idea. I can't remember which of the dev team it was that suggested it, but I saw it posted in the Discord quite a while ago, and honestly this makes me very happy. Okay, so they're all the way up there, so we're just gonna move over here. We want to deploy probably just... doesn't really matter much, does it? This gives us an option, I suppose. So let's pop Fixer down here, and we might as well deploy Majan up here and a side Dardo. There we go. The fact you get to do both of those immediately is awesome. I love it. So we're getting closer to objectives. We've got a range unit that can potentially put some pressure over here, but again, I think in general they've got the positional advantage, especially being able to drop 2 units here. The fact they can reach one immediately is actually very interesting, because we were slightly short of that, but they're going to be able to. So yeah, that's a good spot for their Majan. I think this is going to be an argument for Deadeye being in every single list. And this is really hard to deal with, in my opinion. So what can we do? I mean, we can just ignore that and just go down here if we want to. Which honestly might not be too bad, considering we've got Fixer who can potentially score us extra points later anyway. Then moving this direction might not be too bad. We can redeploy Majan if we need to at the front. Honestly, I think... Okay, where can we deploy Majan? Okay, so we'll deploy that there. And we'll pop Teutonia down over here. And, I mean, what can we even range attack? One of the... Yeah, no. I suppose we call Favour now. Put it on... I guess Tolt. Let's go with Fixer. Fixer has the most chance of staying alive. So they get the first points. I'm not sure if this is a advantageous or disadvantageous setup yet, but look at these. These little bases are so nice. They really do feel like tabletop terrain. Yeah, I actually think I'm going to be playing Deadeye in pretty much every list now looking at this. Even then, Deadeye missed through that, which is absolutely nuts. The good thing about this is wherever they go, Majan is going to be hard for them to place to block everything they need to. So we could start getting some damage out. So what's our 3-drop here? It's Aria. So Aria has got ambush, so we probably want to consider if they... So depending on where they put Majan, I'd probably put it in front of Deadeye, but if they don't, we'll put pressure onto Deadeye. Oh, they went for Fixer instead. Okay. So Deadeye's going to be our target then. Especially if they've got something else behind it, we can throw a... Yes, there we go. We can throw a Teutonia bomb onto. So let's see how this goes. We can lob that explosive nicely there, which is great. We can get... I love these updated percentage chances. These are so much clearer. So 76 is the best we got there, so we'll go for that. We're going to start just moving things up a little. So Xuna can hold this. We're going to use... And to be honest, we could probably use Thorium, but I feel like we want to get more pressure onto there. So let's just put Aria down over here, nice and safe. We'll buff over there. What's the Howl do again? Crew and range lose speed. Okay. So we don't care about that, so we're just going to pop Majan down over here. And there we go. So now, I feel like we're in not too bad of a spot. Like, they've obviously got potential pressure here, but we've got a good bit of damage reduction if we need it. This feels ridiculously strong. Okay, so getting that's really good for them. So that means they can potentially just buff Broken Vengeance and kill our Teutonia, and Teutonia is going to be a really useful unit here, so this is quite awkward. Yeah, because they can just buff Broken Vengeance, move out, get that shot, and almost guarantee it, basically. Is it plus 60 or plus 40? So there's a 1 in 5 chance, basically. Oh, they not going to... They didn't do the buff. That buff could have been a big difference there. And now with Fixer coming out, if they don't move Majan, that's 2 fields they're going to have to go through to get there. So maybe this is alright for us. This is, if it lives, this is where we're going to put Dardo next turn. Okay, so that's going to be their field. Just protect things as much as possible. Yeah, that's fine. So, as it stands here, I think we can probably kill Deadeye and put a bit of damage maybe onto Broken Vengeance or just onto Fixer. Okay, hit and run's now a problem. So hit and run stealing that away from us is obviously great for them. I think this is probably going to be Taurian Guardian and Maximus here. Okay, so we only get the 1 point. So we know Dardo has to come here. Can we get 2 explosives? Interesting, we can't move... Oh, they howled to reduce our movement. Very clever. Okay, so let's... We can get both of these in one of them at least. That is fine. Go back in time and slap yourself. What are you on about there, BB? Okay, I think we need to just take some risks here. 30%, 80%. But that's only told to can. That can just come back anyway. I think we have to go for this. Okay, we've got that, which is perfect. So that means that we can now just bring Aria around to get that as well. If we've got... So that's a 0%. This is all 0%. So do we have an option that's going to be better than 0? I guess not. 63. There we go. We'll deploy Torian down here. Move forward. And Maximus can go over here. So this wasn't ideal. I slightly sort of panicked a bit at the end. It's been a while since I've tried to get the timings going, but now I feel okay. Again, this is a pretty reasonable defensive situation. It's not great, but it's fine. We really want to kill Deadeye. The Dardo healing is mad. Like, it's so much healing. Oh, I forgot. Okay, that's kind of my fault. I forgot hit and run was 4 attack now. I was still working on it being 3 attack. Awkward. Okay. Also, I've just looked at my phone next. I've just got a message from Antlion Man, and I want to say thank you so much for hopping into the queue to help me try and record a video. I did find this game about 5 minutes before you were able to jump through, so I'm really sorry if you've set up just for this. But I really appreciate the effort regardless either way, especially if you see the video, so really, really appreciate that. Thank you. This is an interesting situation because I don't know if we can deal with hit and run. We've got 3, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so we have got enough damage. Okay, so they're bountying us. Yeah. Oh, the miss! Oh, that's so good for us. So obviously that reduces speed, that's fine. And they can do things up there. Okay, so we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this can be killed. This is... So what if we just do over here? Nudge all of that. So we'll shoot this first. Shoot here. Go for that. Maximus can just move around this way slightly. The fact that Titonia is now so slow is hilarious. So we probably just move back here. Oh, we've of course we're trapped. Of course. Okay, so what can we deploy here? I honestly think, given the way that these accuracy things are going, Arms Dealer Yuki could be the choice. I think we deploy it over here. And Majan can stay where it is. I guess we stillness because we can. Nothing to hell. Dardo is still there. Yeah, I think this is where we want everything. So we're letting them get a point, but we're still keeping good pressure on. This Titonia through Torian and Majan is nuts. Yeah, I'm going to be putting Deadeye in every list, and probably Aria too. Maybe even Fate Twister. Because this is crazy damage. Crazy like accuracy debuffs. I love the control style that Xuna feels like she has though. It feels awesome. It really does feel great. Also, I do like the size of this. I think it's a good size, but maybe it needs to be slightly like less impactful on the accuracy. Okay, yep, so that's fine. They can come over here and just kill this. That's absolutely fine. They can get our little Maximus. Again though, with all the things that they're playing, we're getting more and more likely to be able to just deal with stuff. Ooh, a Chuck. Interesting. Okay, so let's have some fun with this. How do we deal with this all? Bytol. Okay. Bytol's powerful. So we probably need to take out Fixer this turn. Yeah. And where are they going? So, according to this, they've got 9 crew. And so have we. It feels like we've done loads more than that. So we can hit these a bit, hit those a bit. Oh, Foam Maximus! Yeah! Best model in the game. Absolutely love it. This is so cool. So if we move to like here, does that have everyone in? That gets us 3 fire sails. There we go. So we can flamer and lob there. We can lob there, and we can lob there. So let's flamer these. We'll move in here and take this hit. We'll move in here and take this hit. Oh, that miss isn't good. Oh, of course, the reduced accuracy. That's pretty bad. Ah, God. Why can't I move? Oh no, this is all a mistake. Explosives here. I didn't deploy anything. Oh dear. Panic, panic, panic. Okay, the burn did it. That's fine. The burn did something. Whew, that felt like a lot to take in. There's so many moving parts that turn. Okay, so Torian's hidden over there, but might be able to survive through sheer luck. We're doing okay on the crew front. Okay, no. And it's got a bounty as well, so we're going to lose points on that. Not deploying last turn was a big mistake. We could have had Oakley out, or just all 3 of these. Oh, technically we can only deploy 1 anyway. Oh, we've got the 50-50 here. Go on, give us a miss. Give us a miss. Let me slap you back. Oh, they got it. And they got the bounty. But we are creeping ahead in bounty points if we can hold these 2 objectives. So, I think, if depending on what we lose, it might even be that we want to go for 3 units next turn if we lose 1 more. Okay, yeah, getting some damage here. So we've lost an... Technically, does that count as... Yeah, that doesn't count as lost. So our fire sale is going to be so good. As long as we don't just get 3... what's it called? Things. Mines. Mines aren't good here. So we can just shoot that first. Of course we missed the 84%. We'll go for this. Are you joking? I'm actually slightly out of range. Let's bring this in here. We can... Explosives... We want to try and put multiple things of this down. So just go with that to begin with. I guess we just move up slightly. Fire sale again. Anyone got a 1 cost ability that's worth it? We did get a sleeper mine, so I guess we pop that over there. And now we're going to pop Oakley out onto the battlefield because we want to play with it. And to be honest, let's go with... Can we fit... We can't fit things in where we want to, unfortunately. No, so we're just going to have to go with Broken Vengeance back down here. Yeah, I think that's all we need. We could have gone to bring Toltecan back, but we don't want to lose the victory points because that's currently how we're winning. If we still had Fixer, I think we'd actually be in a good spot to win through victory points straight away. Okay, so they're going to flick that away and bring it back to life another means. So in fact, if we can hold this, we might actually just get the victory point win, which would be awesome. This is so much damage coming through, though. Yeah, we can potentially just try and score this for a couple of turns, especially if we can get 2 here. Can they get... The question is, can they get onto the points? Because there's too many bodies in the way at the moment. If they can't get onto here, we could just win with victory points. Is that theirs? That's mine. That's theirs. So they're going to resurrect that. Oh, they can get back here. Okay. That's good on their part. Not if they don't go for it, though. So that puts us in a lot tougher a position. This Detonia has been insane. This has been like the best Detonia I think I've ever had. Arms Dealer Yuki seems nuts, especially with loads of Cinder going. Yeah. So this as well actually puts us in that same position where we're in a really good spot to win on victory points. Because they haven't taken anything away from us. So can we just clear a couple of these out? Because if we can do that, just block all the roots up. Let's fire sale. We did get another lob explosive, which is what we wanted. To push this again. There we go. I'm going to go for... How is that 6%? So we just go for this at 40%. Bring this over here, go for another one. 32. Okay, we got it. And now, again, I think if I just go here, I block off that point a little bit more. And with the jailbreak in here, we're going to win on victory points. Oh, we haven't attacked with this yet. I guess we can just... Oh, we can just take this shot, I guess. We missed it, but if they can't get onto both of our points here, we're going to win on victory points. So they need to take both of these away from us, and we might have actually won on board control, which would be awesome for a first game of the format. I don't know if LME's realised it, that we're only 1 point away from the victory. Their probable best bet is to just move here and try and deploy something over there, but if they don't have like Scattervine, they might not have the range. We tried to use Xuna here to block it off a bit more. So I think we might actually have this as our very first game with a good old victory. I'm playing Deadeye and everything, just to clarify. Deadeye, Aria, probably Tonia, maybe even Axel Pyro coming out, because these fields are nuts. Okay, that's fine being weak there, we don't mind that. This is okay. They can finally take away our Detonia. Ready? Okay. Thank you for that, Bytel. Okay, yeah. I think we've done it. I think we've done it. Oh, come on. Just don't ruin me with something I've forgotten about. Yeah. The fact this Detonia has lived is nuts. Detonia is MVP of this game by a mile. Also, Arms Dealer Yuki felt insane. Especially with like all the... Is that Scattervine? It's not Scattervine! It's not it. We win. We win. Yes! Do you know what? That might be one of my favourite games of Moonbreaker I've played so far. The interaction felt great. Xuna felt fantastic as a captain on both sides. You really have to play around it. I am going to need to put some list building considerations in there for that specifically. But honestly, I think it was great. I think it was really, really fun. There was so much interaction. There was a lot of... Xuna does feel very powerful with the gaining 3 health on a unit every turn and also the visibility debuff, but honestly, it was fantastic. It was really, really fun to play. LME was a great opponent. That was a very difficult game. It was... Arms Dealer Yuki actually was probably my second favourite unit in that game. So, Xuna obviously was great, but Xuna was Xuna. It's the captain, it's not going to be that different. Detonia and Arms Dealer Yuki just blew my mind in that game. That was absolutely fantastic. Arms Dealer Yuki, really, really solid unit there. What did they have anything we didn't see? We didn't see Tlali. I don't... Oh yeah, I think we did see their Detonia. I love Foam Maximus. But yeah, really, really great list from LME as well. So, there we go. Our first game of Beasts and Blooms. I had a cracking time. Really, really enjoyed it. Hopefully you guys did too. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Join us in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Let me know how badly I misplayed it. And if you think Xuna is actually busted, or if I'm just being overly hyped for a new unit. And if you want to support the channel, there is always the Patreon in the description down below, and that would mean a lot to me if you could do. But for now, the most important thing is thank you so much for watching, and to have a good day.